In that picture, you were around 27 years old. He was 10 years older than you. He was kind of like an older brother to you.
That's right. An incredible thing. And we remained friends our entire lives, really. It's just one of those kind of things. We hit it off. There's there's lots of stories, obviously, and a history there, and that's what it is, man. Musicians are friends. And it's interesting because he felt the same way, and it was him that actually said it to me. And we hadn't seen each other in quite a while, and we did a festival together in Italy. And he comes over and hugs me, and he goes, "We're all family, you know. It's only time in between us." Which is a pretty, estranged family, but nonetheless family. And these were the things that he said to me, and it's like it's very heartwarming. I mean, he didn't have to do the interview in the movie. He didn't have to do that. He more than gladly did it, which is, I mean, that's pretty commendable. He had very nice things to say. He's always been, in my corner with me. You know what I mean? He's been my recognizance. He was the guy that went and told me what was gonna happen down the road, and it's quite remarkable. Uh, as the story goes, I mean, we're talking as much about Motörhead as we are about Anvil, but honestly, the beginnings were so tied with each other in a certain sense, because here we were putting out our first album and opening for Motörhead for them doing the Ace of Spades tour, and that's my meeting. That was when I met them in 1981. So it was at very, very integral moments. You know what I mean? And that's what brought the bands together, and is just that whole aspect. The very first show I ever did as Anvil was opening for Motörhead, because that was just before our first album was dropped. I think it came out the next day, and they came to the Motörhead gig, and then they showed me the Hard and Heavy album. Right? I had never even seen it before. The only Hard and Heavy version I'd ever seen was the Lips Hard and Heavy album, which is the same, which has the logo that's on my arm and whatever. It's the original band was called Lips, because I mean there's so much history and stuff. I mean, come on, man. We're going to celebrate 50 years, but the truth is 50 years has come and gone. I've been playing with Rob since 1973. So it's beyond 50 years.